It's often believed that the absolute pinnacle in pro wrestling is finding yourself in WWE. For the past few decades, WWE has been the undisputed leader in the wrestling biz, but the idea of it being the ultimate goal is quickly changing. The adage of you can make it anywhere if you can make it in WWE just doesn't really seem to apply anymore, and in the last couple of years, multiple stars have made it big by working in various independent companies. Promotions like Ring of Honor, PWG, and New Japan Pro Wrestling have been around for some time, and with more promotions cropping up, there's more options for the wrestlers. In fact, independent wrestlers are currently thriving because of the flexibility of their schedule, and the fact that they can truly express themselves in any ring, saying that here are the 10 best wrestlers today, outside the WWE of course. One of the things wrestlers often fail to do is reinvent themselves when things aren't going well. Marty Scurll decided to move away from his character and don the hat of a villain when his gimmick was getting bland. Since then, Marty has become one of the best performers on the planet and has worked for ROH and New Japan among a host of other indie promotions. What separates Scurll from the rest of the pack is his commitment to his character. Donning the mask of a plague doctor, Scurll brings his viciousness to his matches and is one of the most consistent workers in the business. He's won titles in almost every major independent promotion and has become a member of the Bullet Club as of last year. Scurll competed on TNA's British Boot Camp in 2013, but got injured during a bout on Impact Wrestling, ending his time with the company rather abruptly. However, in hindsight, it turned out to be a blessing in disguise, as he has made a massive impact on the indie scene. If we're talking about the best women's wrestler on the planet today, Io Shirai's name will be at the top. Shirai is a phenomenal talent and has the explosion, power, and agility to rival any women's wrestler for the crown of being the best in the world. She's even teamed up with Asuka, and this was way back in 2010, and was offered a WWE contract in 2017 after an impressive body of work caught the WWE's attention. However, during the WWE's mandatory medical evaluation, it was revealed that Shirai was suffering from a neck injury, and while the doctors cleared her for in-ring competition, WWE rescinded their offer. She has since returned to the World Wonder Ring stardom and last December became the first wrestler in history to be named the Female Wrestler of the Year for 3 consecutive years by Tokyo Sports. Shirai can give any woman in the WWE a run for their money, and would have been a great addition to the roster. Will Ospreay is currently one of the best English wrestlers, and over the past few years has earned the reputation of being one of the best high-flying wrestlers on the planet. His matches with Ricochet for New Japan Wrestling have received critical acclaim, and he is a former Ring of Honor TV champ and IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. In fact, Will is the first English wrestler to have won the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship and the prestigious Best of the Super Juniors tournament. At the young age of 24, Ospreay is already one of the best performers in the world and still has a few years left to truly hit his peak. While the fans wanted WWE to sign Ospreay for the Cruiserweight division, the superstar is setting the world on fire while working on the indies and would want to continue that for a couple of years before signing up with WWE. From one superstar that is waiting to be snared by the WWE, to someone that left the organization to take back control of his own fate, Cody Rhodes' journey is remarkable for a couple of reasons. For someone that has been with WWE for a decade, it takes strong character and conviction to leave the company, and try to make it as a top indie wrestler. Cody has completely reinvented himself on the indie scene, and as a leader of Bullet Club, he won the ROH World Championship. And the way in which he went about doing it is nothing short of inspirational. Instead of being complacent with the WWE and collecting big money for doing very little, Rhodes went back to the indies and is now one of the hottest commodities in the pro wrestling world today. As the American Nightmare, Rhodes has been doing a phenomenal job for ROH and New Japan and became one of the few wrestlers to earn a 7-figure paycheck while not working for WWE. While choosing to leave the global leader in sports entertainment can seem kinda like a death sentence, Rhodes has opened doors for superstars to go about doing the same. It is quite rare for Japanese superstars to come to the US to make something of themselves, and over the years the top Japanese wrestlers have been quite happy working in Japan, unless they got the chance to work for some of the top American promotions. The likes of Okada tested their luck in the US, but the one superstar that has never been shy about testing the waters is Kota Ibushi. Ibushi has won accolades wherever he wrestled and competed in various independent promotions in North America a decade ago. While the superstar worked extensively with DDT in New Japan, he also competed in the inaugural Cruiserweight Classic tournament, losing to the eventual winner in the semifinals. Many expected Ibushi to sign with WWE, and while a contract was offered to the superstar, he ended up turning it down. Not many stars have the character to turn down a WWE contract, but Ibushi once again proved that WWE isn't necessarily the end-all be-all for pro wrestlers. To this day, Impact Wrestling regrets not utilizing Okada's services better, and their mistreatment of the star soured the relationship between New Japan and Impact Wrestling. Over the past few years, Okada has been a true revelation, putting on 5-star matches with different opponents, while cementing his place as the true face of New Japan. The current IWGP Heavyweight Champ has also headlined New Japan's biggest annual event, Wrestle Kingdom, for 4 consecutive years running, and is one of the biggest names on the planet. The Rainmaker also became the first Japanese wrestler to top the PWI's 500 list in 2017, and is the longest reigning IWGP Heavyweight Champion in history. When it comes to wrestlers that WWE need to sign, Okada's name would be perched at the top of the list, but the superstar is quite content and is massively successful in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Since the 80s, there have been numerous wrestlers from the UK that have molded themselves into some of the finest technical wrestlers the world has ever seen. From the likes of Dynamite Kid to William Regal, there's always been at least one superstar through every generation that put British wrestling on the map. Zack Sabre Jr. has now taken on the mantle, and has firmly established himself as the best British technical wrestler, and arguably the best technical wrestler in the world today. Similarly to Ibushi, Zack Sabre Jr. competed in various independent promotions, and even competed in WWE's Cruiserweight Classic, losing in the semifinals as well. It was then reported that Sabre also turned down WWE's contract offer and decided to continue plying his trade on the indie scene. Zack Sabre Jr. was also awarded the Bryan Danielson Award, an award given to the best technical wrestler in the world for 3 consecutive years, and continues to enthrall the fans with his technical prowess. Shrouded by superstars and some of the best wrestlers on the planet, it isn't easy for the talent in New Japan to break away from the rest of the pack, but that is exactly what Naito has done over the past few years. While the focus has always been on the likes of Tanahashi and Okada, Naito has quickly cemented his status as one of the top wrestlers in the world. A charismatic heel, he won the IWGP Heavyweight title in 2016, and won the G1 Climax tournament last year. He is also part of one of the most popular stables in pro wrestling today, and was named the MVP of the year for 2017 by Tokyo Sports. Naito is now one of the biggest stars in New Japan, and would be on WWE's radar as he continues to impress the fans with his work. Matt Riddle is a former UFC fighter, and when he was let go, he decided to pursue his dreams of becoming a pro wrestler. Riddle has his own unique wrestling style and incorporates a lot of MMA moves into his arsenal. Riddle is the current Evolve champion and is one half of the former PWG World Tag Team Champions. While Riddle started his journey as a pro wrestler in 2015, he has quickly become one of the top guys on the indie scene, and was voted the Rookie of the Year and the Most Improved Wrestler in 2016. With his MMA background and his penchant for putting on excellent matches, Riddle is one of the most exciting wrestlers outside the WWE today. If there's one star that has been making all the right noises over the past couple of years, it has to be Kenny Omega. From leaving WWE's developmental territory over a decade ago, to headlining the biggest shows outside the WWE and putting on 5-star matches, Omega has indeed come a long way. Omega was also the leader of the Bullet Club and is considered to be the best pro wrestler in the world today. Kenny has won numerous titles in New Japan and was also involved in an outstanding match with Chris Jericho earlier this year. He was also involved in a series of matches with Okada and Naito last year, which received critical acclaim. Kenny has been linked with a return to WWE multiple times over the past few years, and the superstar said that he declined the company's offers. With the freedom he has on the indie scene, the opportunity to put on incredible matches will undoubtedly entice Kenny to stay away from WWE. as he continues to build his rep as one of the true modern greats in the business. And these were 10 of the best wrestlers outside the WWE today. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching Wrestling Hub, and I will see you later with more wrestling videos.